Patience is a virtue, a saying that most people use when there has been constant waiting for the unknown. It is a virtue that enables us to endure all the wrongs and misfortunes of life without discouragement, but instead with hope and trust in God. However, as the pandemic takes longer, we become more impatient because we can't do some things that we did before, or we are worried about our livelihood. The people's patience has been continuously challenged since death, lockdowns, and countless restrictions escalate as time passes. Some may get tired of waiting, but we must remember that patience is of many things. Patience is hope. When we have patience, we have hope, which is what's most needed by people now, more than ever, for it is all about understanding and believing that there will be an end to this perilous journey. I myself as a student experienced a huge change and impact in my studies, but by being patient and by having faith, I believe and I'm hopeful that this pandemic will be over with God's power. This makes me hopeful and motivated to reach for my dreams. Patience is prayer. Romans chapter 8 verse 25 says, "But if we hope for what we do not see, we wait for it with patience." With a heartfelt prayer, we need to surrender ourselves to God and ask for strength and sustenance to survive. We cannot rely on our strength, but it is on God and in Him alone. One of my prayers is to ask God to end this pandemic soon and for the healing of His people. I know that when the time comes, people will step outside their home with no doubt, worries, or fear lurking in their hearts. Praying patiently will make us see and appreciate the silver lining and the miracles of God in our lives. I'm patiently praying that when the time comes, we can go back to a life with smiles, laughter, friendship, and above all, love around us. Lastly, patience is God's time. We must believe that healing will come to the world in God's time. Being patient is knowing that our prayers and our hopes will all be answered unexpectedly and in a special way. Mother Mary is a loving mother that knows the desires and dreams in our hearts. She is not deaf that she cannot hear our prayers, and she is not blind that she cannot see our sufferings. Our mother just wants us to wait and have faith with patience. In the end, patience represents hope, prayer, and believing that all will be well in God's perfect time. That's why we have to cherish this virtue as we journey for what's ahead of us. Once again, I am Giftea Chamela Esperdocilio from the Durian capital of the Philippines, Davao City Chapter, proudly standing before you as Miss Patience.